What is good? What is up? It's Jordan or Texans Thoughts, and I'm back with another video because Nick Casserole has got your boy busy and working. Goddamn, he pulled off 2 trades today, and the one we're going to talk about is Benardrick McKinney and a 7th round pick for Shaq Lawson and a 6th. And first of all, I want to say a big thank you to Benardrick McKinney, B-Mac, for everything he's done for the Texans. But this trade is a big dub for us. Shaq Lawson fits our defense perfectly. He's young at 26 and is a huge upgrade in terms of run defense and pass rush, which is exactly what I'm going to show y'all today. So if you enjoy the video, please do hit that like button. If we can reach 175 likes, I'll make another video talking about Marcus Cannon and showing how he fits with the Texans offense. But now let's break down the film of Shaq Lawson because the film don't lie. The first thing you're getting with Lawson is run defense. It's an underrated part of his game, but he's very powerful in the trenches and has good technique to stack and shed blocks. Here versus the Bengals left guard, the run comes in his direction, and watch this perfect technique. He gets his hands up first, into the chest of the guard, then extends and locks out his arms, standing up the guard and winning the leverage battle. What impressed me even more is how he reads the running back. The Dolphins do a lot of 2-gapping, so Lawson has to be responsible for this play side A gap and B gap. He peeks inside first, then sees the running back going outside. Then watch Lawson shed this block, and he's got a hand on each Bengal right now, holding them both down. That's crazy. Run defense doesn't just come from your defensive tackles, your edge defenders play a big part too, and the Texans are getting a big upgrade in that regard. One area that Lawson excels at, and that our edge defenders were a bit weak at, is versus pullers. Here he's unblocked and has a puller coming his way, so he shuffles down the line, squeezing the gap between him and his DTs. Then takes on the block with some power, not getting moved back whatsoever. Contrast that rep to what we saw out of Whitney Merciless and Brennan Scarlett, 2 guys who got way too many reps on the edge for us last season. They really struggled with holding their ground and not getting pushed back, and that allowed basically every team we played against to gash us in the run game. So with Lawson, the Texans are definitely improving on their 29th ranked run defensive DVOA. Lawson will likely primarily line up on the right side of the defense, beating pullers, setting a hard edge, and just making plays. The power and detailed hand technique that allows Lawson to win in the run game directly translates to the pass game, where Lawson's pressure rate of 11.5% would have ranked first on the entire Texans defense last year. My favorite rep of his was this forklift move, where he waits for the tackle to punch first, then Shaq grabs hold of their elbow and lifts it up. He's a forklift lifting a 300+ pound offensive lineman and making him stumble, looking silly. This should be a common theme we see from Lawson, collapsing the pocket. He's not your super speedy guy who's going to bend the edge, but he's gonna get low, get into your chest, and push you back into your own quarterback. We can even look back to his career year with Buffalo in 2019 to see how his role on the Texans can lead to a better production. He was allowed to play some wider splits. Here he's lined up as a wide 9 technique outside of the tight end's outside shoulder. This allows Shaq to build up some speed and translate it to power, to make that bull rush even more devastating. Poor Andre Dillard just gets bulldozed backward, and look at Shaq jump over Dillard and sack he and Carson Wentz. He didn't get to rush from a wide technique very often with the Dolphins, but here the Rams foolishly leave a tight end to block him. Shaq uses a perfectly timed chop move and pairs it with the rip to fully disengage from the block and sack Jared Goff. Lawson had 4 sacks, 25 pressures, and 18 quarterback hits last season, all while playing just 55% of the snaps and only starting 7 games. He'll likely have a full-time starting role with us, and maybe I wouldn't put money on him having a double-digit sack season, but he should see much better production. Here's a rush plan that I wanted to show y'all because I think it speaks to Lawson's ability to have counter moves. He's lined up as a 5 tech, shaded over the outside shoulder of the left tackle. He jabs inside and bursts outside, and at this point, he's reading the left tackle and his leverage. Lawson can go inside or outside of the tackle, but since 77 is pretty square and doesn't have his hips or shoulders pointed to the sideline, Lawson knows he has a bit of an advantage to the outside. So he chops down with his outside hand and rips up with his inside hand. The tackle can't move his feet quick enough, and Shaq gets the sack. But now, let's see what happens when the tackle tries to take away that outside rush. From the same alignment as a 5 tech, this time versus Dwayne Brown, Brown is ready for an outside rush. When the two engage, look at how Brown is slightly more leveraged to the outside than the Bengals' left tackle was. With his shoulders and hips pointed to the sideline and his left foot much farther back than his right, this means that if Lawson goes inside, Brown is in a very difficult position where he needs to drop his right foot and flip his hips. It's very hard for a tackle to do that, which Shaq knows and uses to his advantage. So he starts his rush the same, with a jab to the inside, then rush outside. But this time, instead of continuing outside and using a chop with that outside hand, he uses an arm over and rushes inside, putting Dwayne Brown in that compromising position and nailing Russell Wilson. Shaq is young at 26, so his best football is still ahead of him. I'd love to see him develop more counter moves like the one I just showed, which will help him become an even scarier pass rusher. The last thing you know you're getting with Shaq is a non-stop motor. I love this spin move that forces the double team, and first of all, Andrew Norwell for this dirty play and tripping Shaq. I mean, he didn't just stick out a foot, that's a full-on knee-on-knee collision that could have really ended badly for either of them, but Shaq wasn't fazed. He gets up quickly, chases down Gardner Minshew, and forces an errant throw, leading to an interception. Shaq is playing tough, hard-nosed football until the whistle blows and always looks like he has something to prove. And I kind of like that all our recent signings have that mentality. You know, maybe they weren't wanted by their previous teams, but they are all clearly taking pride in joining the Texans. Last play here, and it's not super important, but Lawson shuts down this trick play by the Bengals. He beats left tackle at first, but sees the quarterback running free. So, again, his motor keeps revving. It would have been very, very easy for him to just continue rushing upfield and get to the ball, but instead he turns and runs, tracking down the quarterback and making it a contested catch, albeit it was underthrown. Overall, I really like this deal for the Texans. The fact that we're able to get anything for Benardrick McKinney, who many people thought would be cut, is huge. Then you're actually gaining value in this year's draft, plus addressing your number one need at defensive end with a young player with his best football ahead of him. Okay, Nick. Okay, I see you. I'm really pumped to see Shaq in a Texans jersey, and if you are too, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and comment down below your thoughts on the new additions. Alright, take care everyone, come back for more, and remember, the film don't lie.